Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Kate Middleton has some parenting advice as part of a whopping 106-page report from the Royal Foundation's Centre for Early Childhood. She lays out 30 key life skills kids need, starting with letting them wear that filthy beloved t-shirt if it makes them happy. Kate argues that giving kids a sense of control over their lives, whether it's always eating off the dinosaur plate or wearing a fireman's hat everywhere, helps build confidence. She also pushes for talking to babies in that high-pitched parentese voice because it actually boosts language skills. And when it comes to play, she says kids need just the right level of challenge. Not too easy, not too hard, like some kind of Goldilocks parenting theory. In the report, Kate warns that modern life is making people feel isolated and vulnerable and insists we need to invest in humankind to create a healthier, more compassionate society. This is all part of her Shaping Us campaign, which she launched in 2023 and calls her life's work. Kate fed the media by arriving at a royal engagement on a minibus alongside school children. Kate visited 4 and 5-year-old pupils from All Souls CE Primary School in London on their journey to the National Portrait Gallery. The visit marked the launch of the Bowbeam Tree Trail, an interactive initiative designed to support children's social and emotional skills developed using the Shaping Us framework from her Royal Foundation for Early Childhood. The Bowbeam Tree Trail is centered around a magical tree that thrives when surrounded by stories. And we invite you to ponder the reaction had Meghan promoted a magical tree that thrives when surrounded by stories. As part of the experience, children were encouraged to explore the expressions of individuals in portraits, listen to audio recordings, and engage with props to develop an understanding of emotions and storytelling. The princess joined the pupils as they examined how facial expressions convey feelings and took part in creating self-portraits, which they could then feed to the tree to help it grow. Meghan was notably absent from British Vogue's special issue last year, which celebrated the tenure of the then editor-in-chief Edward Enninful by featuring 40 of the 153 cover stars from his time at the magazine. The Duchess of Sussex, who guest edited the September 29 issue, was not among those invited to return. Speaking to The Express, royal commentator Kinsey Schofield suggested that Meghan's exclusion may have been due to tensions between her and the magazine's editorial team. It has been previously reported that Meghan clashed with the editorial team while guest editing a special edition of British Vogue in 2019. In one meeting, she made staff cringe by insisting, "I want to break the internet," which is a phrase coined by Team Kardashian in 2014. Meghan sure thought highly of herself. Staff at British Vogue were described as silently exasperated while trying to follow Meghan's direction. Her contributions were described as superficial, lacking rhyme or reason, and sources said that she was never asked to explain herself to avoid confrontation. Meanwhile, Meghan begged staff to build momentum by publicizing her issue online in the weeks leading up to its launch. The British Vogue team felt like the most sophisticated route to go was surprise. Meghan disagreed, and someone quietly leaked numerous stories about the issue to tabloids. Staff believe the leaker was a contact of Meghan's. Meghan's friend Abigal Spencer spoke to Page 6 about the recent run of anti-Sussex articles, saying, "It's very painful as a friend, but she is the most glorious human being on the planet, and so we just have to get behind her and support her." Abigail also promises we will get to see the authentic, very cool, very lovely insight Meghan has once the new Netflix cooking show comes out. Netflix Chief Content Officer Bela Bajaria is excited about the show, telling the Daily Mail, "We have Meghan's new show coming out, which is great. It is such a great take on a lifestyle show and showcase for California, Montecito, and nature. It really has great takeaways." I was like, oh my God, I want to really do that pasta. There are really easy, great takeaways on life. I am really excited about that coming out. Bajaria also provided an update on another Meghan project, the movie adaptation of the novel Meet Me at the Lake by author Carly Fortune. Bajaria explained, "It is in development. It is a great book. She had it, and we are happy to do it, and we have things in development. Everyone is excited about what is coming, and I'm really excited for her show." Also in development is Season 2 of Meghan's podcast, which someday will see the light of day. Harry and Meghan have issued a new statement through their Archewell Foundation encouraging people to learn about and reflect on the contributions of Black leaders, activists, and changemakers. The statement reads, "At the Archewell Foundation, we celebrate the rich culture and contributions of those who have come before us throughout history. As we mark Black History Month, we encourage everyone to learn and reflect on the contribution of leaders, activists, and changemakers who have inspired progress. Taking the time to appreciate stories, art, history, and culture not only honors the communities that have built these spaces, but also contributes to our collective well-being. We as a team have compiled the below list of resources and spaces to engage with both this month and always. Among the recommended institutions are the California African American Museum in Los Angeles, the Museum of African Diaspora in San Francisco, the African American Museum in Dallas, and the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. King Charles and Queen Camilla are reportedly set to mark their 20th wedding anniversary in Italy during their first joint overseas visit of the year. According to the Mirror, the 4-day trip will include an audience with the Pope and a visit to the Sistine Chapel, coinciding with the Vatican's Jubilee year. The visit, undertaken on behalf of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, is expected to focus on strengthening post-Brexit relations between the UK and Italy. Charles and Camilla, who married in a civil ceremony on April 9, 2005, will be celebrating their milestone anniversary while carrying out their diplomatic duties. Charles is bringing his environmental passion to Amazon Prime in a new documentary about making the world more sustainable. Rather than focusing on the king himself, the film will showcase projects inspired by his 2010 book, Harmony, a new way of looking at our world, which basically calls for a revolution in how humans treat nature. A royal source told The Times, "The king is greatly looking forward to seeing how the harmony concept can be communicated to a new and international audience using some of the best creative talents in TV." Filming kicked off in January at Dumfries House, Charles' Scottish estate, and the documentary is set to drop next year. It marks a shift from traditional royal documentaries, which usually land on BBC or ITV, but Charles seems eager to reach a global audience. While he'll make only minimal appearances, his ideas will take center stage, like his belief that dramatic steps are needed to change how we interact with the world. In Harmony, he made his stance clear. This is a call to revolution. Revolution is a strong word, and I use it deliberately. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a review or 5 stars if you're enjoying the show. Don't forget, you can get this show along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media commercial free. All the details are in the show notes or episode notes. And you can get shows like Romance Weekly, perfect for this time of year, and Valentine's Day, just love stories. And some erotic thrillers in there too. Check it out, Romance Weekly, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.